Yeah.
And there's been a lot about this October 28th date.
Yes.
And we feel it's a huge distraction.
Okay.
Because what's occurring is that we've got light workers out there going, no, it's not going to happen this way. It's not going to happen then. It's going to happen this way or then. It doesn't even matter.
Mhm.
The truth is that our ships are going to decloak at any moment, and the focus right now is raising the vibrational frequency on the planet for that to occur.
Okay. Yeah.
And humanity's graduation date and the end of time is October 28th, 2011. We announced that years ago. Ian Lungold announced that.
Okay.
The Mayan calendar ends that date.
Mhm.
And it's graduation day, and lights are on, and humanity has until that date to awaken.
Okay. So, can I ask by awaken, like, I think that has confused me this whole time because I felt like at some points I needed to be on some sort of like very exact spiritual journey where I had some exact destination that is so far out of reach, but oh, like, what does awakening mean as far as you're saying?
Awakening means awakening and remembering that you are love.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And then being present in the moment of now, and in that present moment of now, love expresses through you in grander and grander ways. That's awakening.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's wonderful because that's very doable.
Clear,
that definitely clears it up for me because
okay.
That's not impossible at all for anyone, and that's really what's wonderful about it.
Exactly. It's very, very, it's simple. Love is simple. You know, bliss. Bliss is being love in simple service. And that is awakening.
Okay. I hear that. Well, thank you for clarifying. So, let's see. I wanted to ask just a few questions, and I think most of these probably would be things that other people who are in the process of awakening would be asking, I would assume. One of the things that's come into like my heart like on a constant basis from being in the city is kind of like a real need to find a community that wants to return to nature, like a tribe, like, you know, something that would seem natural for everybody where everyone could benefit and help each other, and like living within the city and living here all my life, it seems so very far out of reach, and you know, I wonder what your thoughts are on that.
This is why we have began that for humanity. Right now, we are in a community that is the highest vibrational frequency on the planet, and we are beginning the new paradigm as a family of one, existing in cooperation. We've started gardens. We are, starting that new paradigm.
Okay.
Right here. Is that existing we are the bird tribe.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it is beginning here. We're not sure if others have reached that level yet, but this energy will spread contagiously across the planet.
Okay.
However, we do have 5,000 team members that are supposed to be with us here.
Okay.
And so far we've got 1, 2, 4, well, let's say around 10, 11.
Okay, so not quite there yet.
No, we're not quite here yet. And what it is it's to raise the, together as a light family, maintaining the vibrational frequency on the planet to raise it up. So our energy together is basically a starship.
Okay. I got you. It seems like it would be so much more natural for the vibration of people to be raised consistently if they were in a community setting and in a cooperative setting, in a unity and love-based setting. And I think that's probably why I feel called to, and a lot of people do as well, because it's difficult maintaining around people who are very much asleep and not desiring to be awake. And so, okay, well, are you saying that it's at some point in the near future?
Well, those who are contracted to be with us will arrive.
Okay.
Because once it's like, there's a perfect story. Michael, who we connected with about a year ago, was in the Bronx of New York, lived there all his life, was in the Marines, went through a war.
Wow.
And he connected to us because he began remembering that he was a part of the Knights Templar.
Oh.
And he went through an awakening process, and then as he raised his vibrational frequency, he was no longer a match for New York, and he ended up here with us.
Oh, okay.
Because we're awake.
Mhm.
And he's awake too.
Yeah. Wow.
We have two more in Greece right now who are at that point too. The vibrational frequency, they're feeling that, they don't belong there anymore. So they're getting the experience of, okay, they've raised the vibrational frequency up, and now they're too going to join us here very soon.
I see. Well, as far as join you, are you saying specifically in Eugene? Or wait, no, not Eugene. Okay.
Well, we are at a place called Dancing Heart.
Okay.
I would have to say it is truly a light workers resort. And it is an honor to be here. And it's for those who have achieved a certain level of vibrational frequency to be here.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Okay. And I say that in a sense because, it's a lot of our light workers have been alone, and isolated and separate, and probably without a lot, which we did as well. And at some level, we lived on donations for the past 4 years, and sometimes, that was $100 a month. But now we've reached a point where we connected with Dee, and he's the owner of Dancing Heart, and he was ready for this frequency, and he made a beautiful space for this to occur. For sure.
Oh, okay. So
it's full of nature. It's it's green. It's today it's raining, but
Oh, really? That's awesome. Well, I think that's awesome. I'm in Arizona though, but rain is awesome. Well,
we are welcoming those who are ready to be with us.
Okay, by ready, do you mean ready to basically be love and let go in simplest terms?
Yes, and yep. and participate in the unfoldment of humanity's awakening with us.
Okay.
As a family, and this is one of the communication hubs.
Okay.
And the transitionary government.
Okay. Gotcha. Well,
that's who we are.
That makes me feel good. just to know that. And it really does. And
Yeah.
it's interesting. I have a few friends who've left Eugene or left that area to come to Sedona or be in this area, and I've been feeling a need to come back to, like, not come back to, I've never in this lifetime been around a lot of trees or green, but to go back to somewhere like Eugene. But it's interesting. So here's the next question I was going to ask you, if you don't mind.
Yes.
I've noticed personally, and I'm sure I've talked to other people who have said similar things, that a lot of people have been feeling very, like, bipolar-ish, like having a lot of just kind of like outbursts within themselves or outside. And I've noticed that mine, like, as I try to work throughout the day and stay heart-centered and stay in the moment, a lot of it comes from, like, if those moments occur, they come from just, like, fear triggered instantaneously from, like, trauma from a long time ago that's obviously a block within my body or something. And this probably, exists for many people and can be a hindrance, obviously, in keeping a raised vibration consistently. Do you have any recommendations or thoughts on that?
Yes. And a lot of it is collective. Because in order to raise the vibrational frequency on the planet, we have to release the density. So as a collective, we are releasing all of that together to bring in more joy, more light energy.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense. I've noticed that every time I have, like, a moment, like, I'll have a moment with Matthew, the father of this child or something, and then right afterwards I'll just feel a direct pull to my heart, and I'll just be like, I'm so sorry, I love you so deeply, you are my brother, and we are, here together, and then it's like that moment is gone forever, and so it almost feels like it was a catalyst for an even closer bond, letting go of even more. So that's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, the more that you let go, the more light comes in. So you have to let go. And it comes up for you to let go.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Because you're getting, humanity is coming into the present moment of now, and we're going to be all together in the present moment of now.
Yes. God, that's so exciting. I'm sorry.
Yes. It is.
It's so exciting.
Humanity should be partying, like, every day, like, yeehaw!
Wow. I get to that moment and I'm like, no, you can't feel this excited, and, my family's just all sad and miserable, even though everything is really good and beautiful. You go outside and it's perfect and it's lovely and, wow, okay, great, well, super, thank you.
You're welcome. And see, what's happening is that the only way out is through. So this basically jumping out of the boxes until there are no more boxes.
Wow.
And then you are completely in the present moment of now, in a space of where love is everywhere present, and in that energy, all your atoms are in that magical place of love everywhere present with you, and love in the unknowable as well.
Wow, yes. You can, I can feel it.
Yes.
That's just awesome. It just feels so unlike how I spent most of my life feeling. Which is but it makes me want to not go back for sure.
You can't go back.
That's
it's impossible.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I don't think so either. Okay, so next question I was going to ask is, and I think this would just be natural if living in a community, like a community setting, but I've just been feeling, and I'm sure a lot of people have, again, as well, a need to seek out service to humanity in some sense, whether it be just, like, prayer or, like, putting out positive energy, but would that kind of just fall under love everywhere present and just being love? Because as the moments come up when you are put in touch with someone else, or um, some ability to serve the planet or its inhabitants in some way, that would just be love coming through? Or
yes, when you are being the love that you are in the present moment of now, you are affecting the energy field of the planet and helping to raise it up.
Okay.
When you are not present, you're not assisting in that energy.
Okay. Not present would be most defined by, like,
distraction.
Okay.
Being in the ego.
Okay.
Being in the past or the future.
Okay. Past.
All of that is ego. Being completely present in the moment of now is your higher self.
Okay. Yeah.
And the divine intelligence that you truly are.
Okay. So when they speak of, like, positive co-creation or things of that nature, like, I've had, these thoughts come up where, I'm planning something, like planning to go to the store or planning to do something, and I'm wondering, like, can this be a positive thing if I'm doing what I really love, if I really am enjoying it? Even
Yes.
if it's planning, it still feels positive because I enjoy it. But if I was doing something I didn't enjoy and I was allowing that to happen, that would be not really being present, because is that right?
Every right action, everything that brings you joy is right action.
Okay.
So if you're in joy, it's right action. If you're not in joy, it's not right action. That's how you can know that you're present or not.
Okay. Present or not. Okay. So that was basically, my next question was just about, like, daily schedule and choices, and I'm sure a lot of people, and I've read this in a lot of different articles, that people have just been experiencing sometimes kind of just a confusion, and I've experienced that myself, because you're like, what do I give my time and attention to? And then, you come back to the present moment, and there's all these demands from the illusion, and then there's, like, what you can do, whatever that is.
Let's go back to your first, well, I don't know if it was the first question, but it was about the community.
Yeah.
This is why we have shared in our press releases, gather yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And those who are ready are to be with us here.
Okay. That all makes sense.
Because we're out of the illusion. We're not in Babylon. We call it Babylon. Babylon. Outside of our gates is Babylon. Inside of our gates is love everywhere present energy. And everyone here exists in that. We got a couple, things that we deal with.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just as we are in the unity consciousness together, and everyone has to release all that does not serve the highest good. So.
That's okay. That's exactly just what I've been feeling. Like, how can there be any other way to let go of the illusion if you're still in the illusion? And that's really what's been, like, that confusion. It's like, I think that's pushing me and probably other people to think of, like, leaving this kind of structure behind, because how can you? It's really one foot in both worlds here, trying to manage, staying present, staying in love, and then everyone else just being kind of caught in programs, and it's kind of
Yeah. Even the Hopi said, "Gather yourself."
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The Hopis were very, very accurate about their prophecy.
Okay. Let's see.
So because, what's going to happen is, and Jesus said this, let the dead bury the dead. Because there are some that are not going to choose this. And together we are safe in love on this planet, and whatever happens, we are safe in love together. Out there, we cannot guarantee.
I can understand. Yeah. Wow. Well, I read that article about the lady from I think Missouri or something on Galactic Free Press, and she was in a town that a huge tornado swept everything away, and her mother both were able to come to further realizations because of it and survived, and that was really powerful article. But
very powerful, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why I brought that up, but it just came to mind. But well, okay. So the next question was just about conflicting information with a lot of, and I just also read that other article by Steve Bacow, or however you say his name, and I see how dates. I mean, if you're in the moment thinking, those all disappear. But as far as a timeline to think on, like, personally, I would, I think on a timeline because I don't want to get too comfortable so close to a place that is so confusing to knowing I should be always somewhere else with community in a loving space, and that's just how I feel, and I know other people do too, and the dates just kind of mark, pay attention, or just...
Yes, pay attention.
Yeah.
Humanity has until October 28, 2011 to awaken. And, right now they're totally distracted. This has been, let's say the divine plan. That there's nobody that is in control of that. And they can't stop it.
Okay. Wow, I really, I can't believe...
So,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I can't believe that, like, I don't know, I live right down the street from my mom, and we're very close, and she's very loving and accepting, but she just doesn't want to pay attention to dates, and that's good in a way. I don't really want to either, but to know that...
have to.
Well, right, yeah. I just,
everything's going to happen in the no matter what.
Right. Yeah.
Only love is going to occur.
Yeah. Well, okay. So there's that date, and then beyond that date, there's just no more dates. There just is no more, or like how...
Exactly.
Okay.
And, like, I don't know if we said this already, but before October 28th, 2011, our ships are going to decloak. So it doesn't even matter about the date.
Yeah. It seems like it's only a focus right now, but yeah.
Everyone, like we said, the Lightwork, Steve Bacow and some others are out there, trying to debate something that they're not in control of.
Yeah.
Nobody is, like we said. It's not debatable.
Okay. But life, life will go on. I think that's, life will go on, but it'll be...
It's going to be in love, everywhere present.
Okay.
The illusion is no more. That's the final thing here.
Okay.
There will be no more illusion after October 28th, 2011.
So for any of those who are truly doing everything they can to move towards love everywhere present within themselves and outside of themselves, is there... I don't know how to, even word that, but...
Okay.
Is there can they feel, a sense of... I just, I guess I can only speak personally on this, but in order to feel that joy, you really do have to let go, and I understand that. And so, in order to let go, I guess I have to know that I'm safe, and I do believe that either way, because no matter what happens, you know, safe, but...
You know what? It comes out, who do you trust? Do you trust love, or you trust ignorance and the illusion?
It's a good way to
Once
put
you
it.
can understand that,
Mhm.
then you're like, oh, well, trust and love, of course.
Yeah.
So in that, you are always safe, because you are an eternal being.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, well that's awesome.
Yes.
I know that there's so many people that are still kind of very much sleeping, and it's kind of confusing, because I know that I've come to this point of being fairly awake as much as I can be, and I'm happy to be, and I don't even know, okay, I guess that would be like one of the next questions, like how to appeal to friends and family about this, but I guess it's as simple as like, you know, pay attention and, you know, just be love.
Yeah. You know, yeah. Subtle hints. Hey, what do you think about starships or UFOs, or you know, you can lead them into questions like that and kind of plant that into them, and then you can give them more information if they ask. You know, and that's really, you know, we're not here to save anybody. And everybody on this planet got the call from us saying it's time to awaken. Once Father God and I connected in 2007, it sent off a signal into all of creation and into humanity that the moment had come.
Wow. Okay.
So, and they have to, and everybody on this planet signed a contract to awaken.
Is there's still time for people to fully awaken, like, and by time I mean, like, you know, sometimes I go to this like guilt place for a second before I can let go of it again, where I'm like, I'm not fully there yet, and I'm like scared about it, but then I let it go and just go back to love, and you know, and everything is good again. But it's like the fact that it's kind of a process, and how should one feel about the process?
Like we said before, the only way out is through, and it is a process, and you keep letting go, and you keep letting go until you're there, and you'll know.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, there. I'm in love everywhere present, and you know, you can feel your atoms around you, because everything that humanity is in this planet, everything is energy of atoms.
Wow.
So when you get to that complete state of present moment of now, and you're free, you're in unlimited thoughts, let's say, of grander and grander and grander.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, it definitely makes sense, and I feel like I'm being triggered there right now.
Nice.
And so I'm just kind of checking out the sky for a second here, and it's beautiful.
Yes.
It's, wow.
Nice.
You got to go through yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it goes through your whole body. Your feet vibrate, your hands vibrate, the hair sticks up on your body.
Well, yeah, that's where I'm at, so.
Yeah. What that is your soul speaking to you, saying, I hear truth. Truth brings me joy.
Wow. Yeah, I think so. That's kind of amazing.
Truly so. It's the miracle.
Wow. Sorry, I'm just like, I don't even know what to say except just kind of feeling this for a second.
That's okay. Just feel.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, truly so.
Aw, my cat just came and sat next to me.
Aw. You know, our greatest joy is humanity's awakening and joy.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Many, 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 many years ago, every night, I said a thank you to love for awakening humanity. And that prayer is coming alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
And that's humanity's prayer as well, that we're answering.
How did we get so far off, like from love? Like it's just so far
How
off.
did you, well, you know, a lot of it was the Illuminati.
Yeah.
The Illuminati messing with the dream machine.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if we've shared this with you before, but we'll say it again because we're here in this moment.
Okay.
The dream machine, the original function of the dream machine on this planet was for humanity to experience love, the reflection of love,
Mm-hmm.
as a mirror, love reflecting love. And the Illuminati came in about 13,000 years ago and put a little glitch in that dream machine, and then placed their illusions and their fantasies and lower vibrational thoughts into that, which went into humanity as their left and right brain was disconnected. And they began acting out these illusions and fantasies.
Oh. Wow.
And got lost in them.
Yeah.
We came in with the divine plan when the atom bomb went off. Those atoms, and this is a brilliant thing that happened, because all those atoms came to us and said, Mother and Father God, help. And so we created the divine plan, and we placed ourselves into the illusion to walk out of it so that we could then help humanity out.
Wow.
Plus, we had to place ourselves in the illusion to help fix the dream machine, which we accomplished in 2008.
Wow.
Once we accomplished this in 2008, we put the dream machine back into a reboot. And the culmination of the reboot ends on October 28th, 2011. And the reason we put it into a reboot, we couldn't wake up humanity all at once,
Mm-hmm.
because it would burn up their systems.
Mm-hmm.
We had to do it in a process.
Oh, okay.
So that they could come into the energy. And so that energy finale is October 28th, 2011.
Okay.
And at that point, the dream machine comes back on into its original form of love, mirroring love in the experience.
Wow. Okay. So, okay, this kind of just, another thought just came to me, maybe I can ask you about, is as far as, like, angels and ascended masters and, just any light beings, and how our world and their world, or the world that we share, is going to be shared openly, or how, I don't really even know how to ask about that, but is there a way to think about these things?
Yeah, Mother Earth is actually, the center of the universe. She's the heart of the universe. And, kind of what would we say, Father God, when Mother Earth, she's asking a question about how the light beings will interact with humanity, how the Earth will be functioning. Yeah. Right. I think maybe what you're asking also is, humanity will be able to travel anywhere and experience anything they would like to experience.
Wow.
In love.
Yeah. So interacting.
And
go ahead.
That's
please.
all of creation. I mean, we've got universes and galaxies. It's unending. That's how big it is.
Wow. I know it's very like, it's just huge. Like, it just makes my mouth want to stay dropped open, kind of. And it does sometimes.
See, humanity's been asleep for so long, and the real truth and love is just like, wow. It's that statement, and Father God doesn't like the statement, too good to be true. That's what humanity was taught.
Yes.
That too good to be true was not true.
Mhm.
When in reality, love is real and true and joyful.
Wow.
And it's real.
Wow. Like, it's...
And the truth is, you can have your cake and eat it too. That's love.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I just, like, I know there's just been so, like, generations and generations focused on, like, fear and oppression and, like, that's, my family kind of doesn't like, when I'm necessarily in too good of a place, because they think it's strange, or, like, you need to be focusing on what really matters, which is all the things to be fearful about, and,
yeah.
That just...
Please focus on the non-reality.
Right.
And stay with us in the non-reality too, because we're here.
Exactly.
That's what they want.
Exactly, and I'm so glad I'm young enough to be able to see out of this fairly easily, and I have always noted on some level that it wasn't so out of reach for me to be like, okay, yes, it should be. Love should be able to just be. We should be able to just be love. And I hope that, other people can be open to that, people who may have kind of placed walls around their hearts. And, I'm still kind of breaking down all of the ones within me and everything, but wow. I mean, some people don't even really like the word love, or like want to look at that, or want to look into that at all.
Yeah. They're afraid that, it's the ego part, the ego unconsciousness part.
Yeah.
That's afraid. And it goes into a fight or flight reaction with love.
Yeah.
And if the beings can look at that and be aware of the ego, and they have the information about what the ego is, through awareness, they can transform it into consciousness.
Oh, yes. Awareness. Yeah.
It's about being, ego is isolation and separation and fear and pain and suffering and all the illusionary stuff.
Yeah.
But if the being can be aware of it and go, oh, that's not real, then they can transform it.
Yeah. Yes, that's the best. Being able to do that. Wow. Well, I had one more thing I wanted to ask you about, and this isn't it, but you sent like a Michael Jackson video, or I saw it, I think it was from a while ago, and it said that you felt him around at some point, and I just think that's awesome.
Was it a video that we made?
I think so, yes.
Oh, Michael Jackson's gift to humanity?
Yes.
That was a brilliant moment. Wow, it was so amazing. And we didn't know that Michael Jackson had, well, maybe we did. We heard it on the radio, but and then after we heard it on the radio, we felt an energy come to us. And actually, I was sitting up on the roof of this house, and all of a sudden he came up like right behind me as I was trying to get on the computer, and we had to get internet from some other source, so we went on the roof.
Whatever
anyway,
works.
and I felt, all of a sudden he came to us, and I just burst out in tears. And he said, I'm here to, he released a whole bunch of energy when he left. And that was his gift to humanity, just this pure, unconditional love and joy that he released.
Wow.
And at the same time, I think there was another woman, a famous woman, that also left at the same time.
Huh.
And their combined energy together, and we put this story out years ago when it occurred, this event. But both of them left at the same time and released that energy together. And it was a very powerful moment for humanity. And that's what that video.
Wow. That's so awesome. I just have always like intuitively really super loved him. And I'm not the only one, of course, but that was just really cool to see that video.
Yeah, he was in service to love. And all the other stuff, we didn't care about.
Yeah.
Illusionary stuff.
Exactly. I felt the same way.
He had a mission here, and he accomplished it.
Yeah. Totally. He's awesome. I mean, I have so much love for him, but, okay, so last question is, and this is just, it's not totally personal, but, there's other people who have children and babies right now, obviously, because you're around some, and I've been straining at a different way to look at childbirth and kind of like guardianship, or only because, well, yeah, I've just been trying to look at it as accurately as possible, which to me would be like in a tribal setting again, like it could only occur in a community, because I know that there's a lot of parents that get very possessive, and I don't know how exactly what I'm saying, but
one of these things here is that he wants as many children here as possible.
Okay.
Because it takes a tribe to raise children.
Yeah.
And that is what we're one of our bases here. Father God and I are kind of like the babysitters here.
Aww.
The daycare.
That's awesome.
Amongst our many other responsibilities.
Yeah. Seriously.
And, it's natural because, the babies are in a complete full conscious state, and so are we.
Yeah. Oh.
And it's beautiful.
Wow.
We have another baby here, Zen. It's Zen and Willow, and they're twin flames, actually.
Oh, that's
and
so
Willow's
great.
13 months, and Zen is 10 months.
Oh.
And he is so, there was a picture we put up of Zen and Willow up on Facebook one day. It's in there.
Oh, I think I've seen it. Is it you and them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I love that
picture.
Baby.
Yeah.
That's so wonderful. Oh my gosh. Well, geez. I mean, geez in a positive sense, no negative sense at all, but
I know, I feel ya. We feel ya.
I don't know, after being connected with you, there's not really any turning back. I mean, I understand how some people, it's kind of like, the way I've felt about it is that it's very much on a trust basis, but I just know something. It's just a knowing, which has, pushed me to stay connected. Oh, there's a bee. Sorry. There was just a bee around me, but pushed me to stay connected and want to ask questions of you, but at the same time, want to give in any way that I can, but that's been confusing because I don't really know how I can do it being, in such a random place and what I can do. But, I'd really like to stay as connected with you as possible, and I'm very aware that, or like I've been made aware that I need to accept that, my purpose here is kind of to be like a servant, or to, a servant of love, and I have no problem with that, and I want that, and I want to also build up the ability to be that by being in the appropriate setting, or at least being in communication with the right people, the right beings of light, as yourself, and
Marilyn, it sounds like you're ready.
I've been like there's just been something pushing me to get there, and just be ready, be ready, be ready, like focus on what you know is true and right and love, and I've told my mom and my family, like, as soon as I find the right community, not only do I need to do this for this child, because to stay here would be to not choose what's best for the all, or for him, or and that is my only concern, besides what I can do for humanity, which would be to build up that idea of a community, because I don't see that's something that everyone needs. And well, I'm going on a little bit of a ramble here, but
we do have an interview process here. It takes a certain level of energy to be here. I feel energetically that you're ready. If that is something that you would like.
Yes.
And would like to talk. The next step is talking to B.
Okay.
Who is a very, very brilliant being, very, very loving being.
I would love to. I mean,
okay.
If
I have your phone number is
707-776-7072.
Okay. Okay. So what are your feelings about that?
Well, honestly, I feel like I've just been kind of, the last few months, I've just been trying to prepare myself for that being the natural eventuality, not necessarily knowing it would be with you. Like, I knew that it couldn't really, nothing is really separate from you, but that I just needed to find that community immediately. I needed to find one that aligned with all the things that we've discussed basically so far, and that was what's pushing me more than anything else, and that, I've been kind of like letting go of everything here. I've told the father of this child and my mom that as soon as I find this is, what I'm called to do. I just didn't know exactly when or where, but I felt like it would materialize, because I was following my heart, and that's what my heart was saying.
Beautiful.
And I feel like my ability to give anything would be in a community, would be in the community, and so I don't know why else I would seek anything else out. It would be going the opposite direction of, where love is going, and that's where I want to be.
You can, if you want to look up Dancing Heart, if you type in on Google.
Okay.
Dancing Heart in Eugene.
Okay.
There is a website. The website is outdated, but at least you can see pictures, and that's one of our projects. We've been for 6 months processing energy here to prepare for our entire team to arrive.
Wow.
And we have reached that point, and that's why you're connecting in now, and probably many others. And Michael came here 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
He arrived from New York on a plane. He just left. He brought his 2 kittens and a little bit of clothes, and he
Aww. Yeah.
He left the Bronx. He goes, before he got killed.
Seriously. Yeah, wow, I couldn't imagine living there, but
Yeah.
Wow, like living in the city is just, it's like incredibly foreign when you're awakening, because you're like, what am I doing here? Like, this is just, you know.
Yeah. When Father God and I connected, I was in Louisville, Kentucky at the time, and I had only been there for about 6 months maybe. And I was with Father God within 17 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I got on. I was like, and I didn't have any money. I had been doing free sessions for many beings.
Mm-hmm.
And I called one of them up and asked them, if I needed a plane ticket to get to Father God, and they put it on their credit card. And there we go. There, it was that quickly.
Oh my
goodness. The energy
goodness.
moved.
Wow. That's so awesome. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like all of this is right, and
Yes.
before my brother passed, I had the same type of feeling, which was like, let go. I mean, I don't really think of my brother passing as a negative thing, though I miss him, but I feel that same feeling, like, prepare to move on, let go, and know that this will be like the absolute right direction. It's anything that you'd be letting go of, it could either come with you, or you really truly need to let it go, because it's not going where you're going, and where you're going is love. I feel just so strong about that, and wow, I can't even, like, I talked to you a few months ago, and I was much more of a scared place and confused place than I am now. And I think, probably has to do with this baby. This baby's coming any day now, and I'm just like, I need to give him what he is, what he's meant to have, like, what he's meant to be around. And this is not it. This is just not it. Like, I appreciate everything around me, but I can continue and find greater things for myself and him, and so can we all, if we all are prepared for it.
Yes.
So wow, okay. Well, I will happily, I've recorded this, and I can type it up, and and I'll.
Can we put it into an actual recording and get it posted as well?
I bet we can.
Yeah, we'll make it into a radio interview.
Okay, let me see if I can figure that out. I will try and figure that out. I'm pretty sure I can do that somehow. So I will tell you how that works out in the next day.
Okay.
And what else can I do? I just love you so much. I feel like...
Oh, we love you. We're going to give your phone number to B. So this is your decision.
Okay.
Is it? Oh, I'm asking you.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, definitely.
What is your situation right now? You've got, 3 weeks until the baby's born? Or
yes.
I have, or whenever it's going to occur?
Yeah, August 6th. And, I've known that when the time was going to come for me to leave, whenever that would be, I would just go. Like, I've been prepared for that, even though I didn't know that anything was going to happen or anything would come up. But I have a car, and I have a mom who's aware that this is my call, and, I've got some things I could bring for the baby. I'm willing to give everything I have to this. I don't have that much, but that's really all I can say.
Okay. So, you would get here by car?
Probably, unless I could get a plane ticket, but I don't really have a lot of money, so that, I don't know. I might A friend of
Well,
mine. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
well, the gas money for your, I don't know.
Oh,
Gas
that's a
is
good
pretty
point.
expensive anyway.
That's a good point.
It
Well,
may be wise to sell your car.
that's.
We've got vehicles here.
Oh. Okay. It's currently in the father of this child's name, so.
Oh, okay, it's his car.
It's
Okay.
actually my car. I just put it in his name recently, so I'm.
Are you paying on it?
No, it's paid off, and
Okay.
that's okay. I might see if I can work something out with that. And I have a cat. She's kind of like my soul cat. If there's any way I could possibly
We
bring.
have lots of cats here. Michael brought his 2 kittens. We have he's 4 months old, Michael?
Aww.
Yeah, 4 months, and then Luna is 9 months.
Oh, kitty.
Ra and Luna, and we have Mr. Mai here.
Aww.
Our kitty.
Kitties rule.
Uh-huh.
Well, Cloris.
We love kittens.
Cloris Norris is her name, and she's a year and a half old, and she's just awesome. But
Wonderful. Yes, absolutely.
Well, okay, I've got things to work on and look into, and that's awesome. There are things I can do with love and a feeling of love and happiness. And let's see,
Well, just that you're ready. You look at your situation, and however that you feel, listen to your heart, and whatever you feel is the best way to get here, through car or airplane or whatever.
Okay. Well,
Train.
My heart already knows. It's
we got here on bus.
Really?
We took a bus ride from Crestone, Colorado to here, and it was 3 days.
Wow.
And it was interesting.
Oh my goodness.
And it was in the middle of winter, but we experienced no winter weather during the whole time.
Wow.
It was clear. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's quite interesting.
Well,
so in our experience with Crestone, it was like coming out of hell to here in Eugene into heaven.
Yeah.
So.
I bet Eugene is just like, I have like this thought in my head or like this feeling of what it would feel like to be there, and it's nothing like here.
What do you like gardening? Do you
Yes.
like what things do you bring you joy?
Well, like I grew up, in 4-H, and I was in herb associations, and I love to garden, and I love to be outside, and I love to cook, and like I try and eat like as much raw food as I can, and raw vegan food, or I just really love to cook.
We have a vegan chef on the property.
Wow, that's awesome.
You'll be very happy.
Yeah. I mean, that's wonderful. I just love to offer up any skills that I've acquired in, this life of how to work with, nature, or, I love children, I love animals. So anything I can do to help, I would be so obliged and honored, 100%.
Wonderful. Sounds like you're a fit.
That's so great.
And B will be very, very happy.
Yes.
We love B so much. We want him to be happy.
His name is B or D?
B. Well, we call it. His name is Brian.
Okay.
And we call him Mr. B.
Mr. B.
Yeah.
Cool. That's so wonderful. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm floating.
We're going to pass your phone number off to him.
Okay.
And we're going to share with him everything of our experience, and I'm sure he will be very, very happy.
Awesome. I guess one more thing came to mind, which is just that it might take a little bit. Like, I don't really care about time. Like, I wish I could just like flick my fingers and be there, and then just that would be it. But you
I
know,
know, right?
yeah, and that would be it. I'd send my mom love and say goodbye to Mr. Matthew, and it would be wonderful. But I'll look into this car thing and see if I can find a way there. And as far as like childbirth, that is on my mind. And
Lainey is here. I don't know. Well, she's not a. She just had. She had Zen, and I know she had a midwife.
Okay.
That was here. And so I don't know. You know what? Mr. B might know. So when he calls you, ask him about that.
Okay.
What he feels, because that would be a good question for him.
Yeah. Okay, well, I will do that. And thank you so much.
You're welcome. We love you.
I love you too, and please tell everyone there the same thing if you don't mind, or just...
You want to... Well, while God's cooking, I'll let you talk to Michael for just a moment.
Okay.
Say hi to him.
Okay.
Marilyn would like to come here.
Hello, Marilyn. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Oh my gosh, so you're from the Bronx.
Huh?
You're from the Bronx.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I spent 27 years in New York.
Oh my goodness. And then you were like, I have to get out of there.
Yeah, I had to get out.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to leave that place for a while, actually.
Well, I can relate to that. I'm in Phoenix, and I've just been feeling the same thing. It's a different setting, but city.
Yeah, but still Babylon.
Yeah.
What God was saying. Yeah, once you build a certain amount of light, those places, you just can't contain us. So
Exactly.
You get that push to move on. You kind of, what I say is, you set off these beacons of light, and then once that happens, it's like it's time to go.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so you're coming out here soon.
I am coming out. Like, there's just no going back, and I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, that's the same way. I don't even really care to go back there. I'm really tired with the 3D illusion.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're gonna have a kid soon.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm 8.5 months pregnant. Yeah. So there's gonna be three little babies there.
That's great. That's great.
Totally.
And the more the energy that the little ones carry is, because they're censored, they're theirs,
Yeah.
So they help to ground everyone around them.
Definitely. How can you be in any sort of strange space when you have little awesome light beings with you, just being love?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. You're gonna love it out here, though. It's great. It is great.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me. Like, I'm kind of like shocked that life has been so good to me that it's led me to you and Father and Mother God and just this whole awareness. But I'm not going to question it.
Nah, just go with the flow. Ride the wave.
Cool.
That's what keeps us all safe, keeps us all connected together, keeps us going higher, raising vibrations. That's how I got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's wonderful to connect with another family member.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a great joy.
Wow.
Like I said, yeah, you're gonna love it out here. So how long you been in Phoenix?
My whole 25 years of life.
I hear you.
Yeah, so I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to I'm ready to leave, and I've made peace with that and go with the flow. You're on. That's right. I feel that, and I can't wait to meet you.
I can't wait either. It is a pleasure. It'd be great to have you out here.
Thank you so much.
You need to grounding more love here is the thing. That's really all there is. And you feel that. I think Mother God mentioned sometimes, as if the ego comes in, it gets flushed out quickly. People have to face their own, stuff comes up with few people and they have to face their mirrors, and have to face themselves. Now with you, that's not what I'm getting. That's not what I'm getting with you at all. These are, people that have passed through whatever. But yeah, you're gonna love it out here. This is a unified field energy.
That's so wonderful. Well, I'm just beaming and super happy, and now I just want to do the things I need to do to get there.
You'll get out here.
Yeah.
Just follow it with, do whatever preparations you got to do. You're going into to labor soon? I don't know how.
I got maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Due, right?
Yeah, so yeah, if I can, it'll be interesting. It'll either be, as soon as I can or right after the baby's born that I'll be down there, but soon either way.
Well, you sound like you're doing great. So,
I definitely am, especially now.
You sound very excited. It's exciting to have you out here.
Thank you.
Yes, another baby.
Yeah, another baby.
It's beautiful.
Totally. I'm so happy that I'm going to be able to be in a place where he can really completely thrive and not, have to be around any of the illusion that's here or any of the fears that are here, because, it's not a need. Babies don't need any of that. They've got everything they need already. Wow.
Yeah, and the illusion is really crashing. So yeah, they really don't need that. And,
No.
it's I would suggest for anyone that's in the major cities that has the awakening since you get out to make that move.
Yes.
Yeah, all these teams are assembling. Everyone's assembling now, and time for us to all come together and do the work that we came here to do. I don't really think too much in 3D anymore. I care more for 5D. And 3D is like, yeah. That's why I haven't called back there too much. I don't really care for that, but.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, unless they're calling to be like, I'm ready, to meet you there, what else could they be calling about except, I wish more people would wake up, but I mean, if I am, then I still have plenty of faith that other people will continue to, and, if we're congregated and we're bringing light together, synergetically together in one space, then it seems like that would be the best thing to do, to commune with other people who are ready to focus on love and truth, because just being like an individual loving person within a city of asleep and angry people is not quite as conducive to the spreading of love.
Nah. They started pushing you out too, huh?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's all right. Forgive them; they know not what they do.
Yeah.
It's just unconsciousness just happens to attack light for some reason. Because when Mother God said, yeah, to transform the pain, they want to be healed, but they come at you. They just come at you with their fears.
Mhm.
So.
Exactly.
But I mean, it's really what it is, you know. It's something inside them that's coming to the surface that needs to be healed.
Well, it's all going the right direction though, and I feel so confident about that after this phone call. Like, I don't even know how anyone could ever put me in any sort of, weird or fearful space again, because now I know that it's all moving forward and there's no going back, and what a wonderful feeling.
Yes, yes.
Totally.
It's all about moving forward.
Yeah. Well,
Someday you're going to be in a safe place, you feel it. And there's a lot to do around here. Surround nature everywhere. Present, it's beautiful. We got a little bit of rain today, but it's still nice.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like in the big cities where it's rain.
Well, like I said, I'm from Phoenix, and we see rain like 5 times a year or something, so the thought of rain and green and trees is like, are you kidding? It's magic. It's like these things don't really exist here. I'm so excited. And you're from the city, so, same deal probably, right? Like,
yeah. It's a bunch of cars and concrete.
yeah.
Definitely.
So much easier to stay at peace and in a positive space when you have like trees and babies and stuff like that around.
Yes, definitely.
So,
everything is like all the nature out here talks to me. Speaks to me, reminds me to be present. Kid, Mother, Father, God, Will, everyone out here. Mr. B, great soul. You love everyone. This brain carries really amazing energy and allows you to be you. Everyone's willing to be themselves, to the highest degree. And you gotta love it.
that's awesome. Well, I really appreciate talking to you. It's just, I wasn't expecting it, but you've very much made my day, and so has Mother God, and she's going to pass my number to Mr. B, and so I'll be talking to him, and I look forward to meeting you in person.
Me too, sis. Like that as well.
Right on. Much love to you, and much love to everyone there, and I will be in touch with you all soon.
Sounds good, sis.
Okay.
Sounds great. Yeah, I'm going to put Mother God back on, all right?
Okay.
See you soon, sis. Love you.
Bye. Love you.
All right.
Wow. He's awesome.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I just feel so happy right now. It's ridiculous, but it's not ridiculous. It's anti-ridiculous.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Okay.
I love you, and I guess I'll just say goodbye and have a wonderful day.
Yes, and we'll have B call you, and then you deal with whatever needs to occur from your end.
Okay.
And I just asked Will about this we're going to call it a radio interview.
Mhm.
And he thinks that what you can do is